is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today is going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
Get ready. Take care of you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Phil, and this is the Dr. Phil Show. Today, we have a treat for you. From 1942 to 1953, Hooker Chemical Company dumped thousands of tons of chemicals into a landfill. But this landfill was not secure, and as the water table rised, tons and tons of chemicals went up and seeped into the people's public area. This caused many people to get sick, and it's why today we'll be interviewing 2 of my sick peoples. So today, since I have a treat for you, today we'll be interviewing a lesbian couple, Abby Lee Miller, owner of a dance studio company, and her wife, American Idol winner, Honey G. We are going to talk to 2 Love Canal survivors and see how they survived the disaster.
Make me a Sammy.
Stop being so aggressive.
I'm H to the O to the N to the E to the Y to the G. I'm Honey G. And I'm an American Idol winner. And I hate my wife.
Here's your sandwich, babe.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Tastes like creamy dog poopy.
But first, let's bring out Abby Lee Miller to talk about the disaster.
Hey, everybody!
It's very nice to see you, Abby.
Very
You
nice to
too.
meet you.
Mwah, mwah. So, let me first say you're very pretty in real life. I didn't expect that
Thank
from
you.
you. Are you ready to talk about the disaster?
Well, Phil, you know, this mouth is an open book.
So first, let's start. How did the disaster happen?
Well, you know, the company, they were just dumping toxic substances into the landfill. 21,000 tons.
21,000.
Yes, 21,000 tons to be exact. And you know, the government, well, they bought us a small shack just outside the city. It was sad. It wasn't what we wanted.
So I have to ask you, Abby.
Yeah.
What happened as a result of the disaster?
Well, you know, many trees and gardens died. Our garden died! That was a loss of habitat for many animals. In addition, the disaster had detrimental impacts on human health. Residents reported cancer, birth defects, and even miscarriages. The main reason why this disaster was so bad was because it hurt humans.
Did you say miscarriages? That's terrible.
Yes.
So what's it like there now at Love Canal?
Well, there are still some occupants there now. The government even established treatment plants and cleaning processors to clean the area. It really took about like 21 years to clean the area.
Okay, so what happened as a result with Superfund? What is Superfund?
It was a government regulation passed to help us clean up contaminated sites. It helps
Exactly.
identify contaminated sites
Exactly.
and to clean them up.
Exactly.
Yeah, and in order for something like this to never,
We don't want it again.
no, happen again, it's imperative that we continue to support legislation like
I didn't
this.
get you mad, Eddie. I know you're sad about it.
It's okay.
So what happened to your wife?
Well, she drank some contaminated water, and I think it's causing her some behavior problems. She's low-key kind of a...
Okay. So now, Abby, I think it's time to bring out your wife. Everyone, this is Honey G.
Sup everyone? Shut up, you ugly cows.
So I hear that you do what you want.
Whatever, I do what I want.
So, honey, nice to meet you. Shake my
Nice to
hand.
meet you.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
I never asked. How old are you?
32.
You guys are very good for each other. You guys are very cute.
Thank you.
So you guys used to live in Niagara Falls, New York, in Love Canal, right when a disaster struck and the chemicals seeped up into the groundwater and contaminated it. What exactly happened to you, ma'am?
I don't believe anything happened to me. Nothing happened to me. This disaster.
That's
didn't
not
happen.
true.
What is your side of the story?
It's not true. You've been acting so rude ever since this whole thing happened, and I don't want you to get away with this anymore.
How is that rude?
Fix
How
her!
is that rude?
Don't you talk to me like that!
Ladies! What do you think she did?
She drank the water, and ever since then she's
So,
been
for the audience who's wondering, sometimes these chemicals can be neurotoxical. That means they can infect your brain. It can infect your brain.
Nothing happened.
And I even got cancer because of it!
What?
I got cancer because of it. She was acting like this the whole time.
So,
dramatic.
she had cancer, she had cancer. These are the detrimental impacts of chemicals like this seeping up into the ground. So now let's move on. Let's try and fix this broken couple. So first, honey, let me ask you, do you still love Abby?
I love Abby very much.
So why are you acting so rude? Roll the tape! We saw her throwing the sandwich! Why are you so rude to her? Why are you so rude to her?
I don't think I'm rude. I love you so much, honey. I
Do
haven't
you-
been trying.
Abby! Do you still love honey?
I do. I just would like an apology.
Before we apologize, let's talk about the disaster a little bit more. So, all these chemicals were hurting the garden. Apparently, to these two, the garden was a big deal. Tell me about the garden.
I loved my garden. It was like something that brought me comfort to get away from this. And yeah, to get away from that. And I just loved it. I had a garden and it's just,
So that's what can happen when the landfill chemicals get out. They can hurt plants.
it hurt my garden,
Plants-
it hurt me, it
plants
hurt
give us-
her.
Plants give us oxygen. Plants take out.
This is where we got our food source from.
Yeah.
And it ruined it. This chemical.
Yeah.
You-
Finally, we can agree on something.
So this is the first step. This is the first step. So let me ask you both. Do you think there's a future? Do you think there's a future?
I
Do
want-
you think there's a future?
I think there's a future between us. I agree.
I think too.
Okay,
I
but in
still-
order for there to be a future, we have to stop your anger problems, and we have to stop you being an incompulsive little bitch. Are we gonna be able to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I still love you, honey.
So
Me too.
I have a PhD in psychology, and today I think I just fixed them. Would you guys be willing to give me a hug?
Yes.
Hug it out. Hug it out.
I love you.
Love you, babe.
Love you. Love you so much.
honey, gee, you're falling. Okay, so here we is. We talked to two survivors of Love Canal, and we saw through this event, people and families were being torn apart. But by the work of people like me, we're bringing them together. We make sure that nothing like this ever happens again. Seal our landfills property. Continue to increase Superfund. And make sure that something like this happens again. So me, my friend Abby Lee Miller, and my friend Honey G can be safe for the future generations.
Woo!